It's King Mike X with another Dragalia last video, and I'm going to be talking about a new banner that's going to be coming out tomorrow, or that's coming out tomorrow on Reset. It's coming out on Reset, and that is the new Gala Dragalia remix. Yes, another Gala Dragalia, which I've seen videos of this. Apparently, it seems like if it looks like how it's gonna look like if a new event comes out and there's not a banner immediately, that means it's most likely gonna be a Gala or Dragalia. But there's a reason why it's called remix, and you see why. But first I want to go over the two new units we're getting. Which the first one we're gonna be getting is Summer Patia, the vice captain of the White Sparrows, in new beach attire. The great leg strength she cultivated through her work lets her race across white sandy beaches at top speed, so look out because she's charging into summer at full speed. So first up, she has Sparrow's Splash, which deals shadow damage to the target and nearby enemies and reduces their defense by 5% for 10 seconds. Then there's Surging Sparrows, a shareable skill that's got a 7 cost, so we'll see how much damage that does. And it deals shadow damage to enemies in the line and inflicts poison. So it's 7 cost, but normally when it means like that, it's probably going to be like somewhat of a low SP cost of doing a lot of damage. And poison inflicting skills can do that. It kind of sucks as a poison inflicting skills, but it works with a kit, and when you see why later. So defense plus 15%, and she is another strength plus 15%. HP below when the HP is below, when the HP is 40% or below, which basically means that any units that benefited from low HP, such as Belina, Veronica, Aldred, Curran, and Zubaji, and Curran, well, now that basically gets rid of Berserker. Anyway, so her abilities are, first up is Sparrow Spiker 2, which increases defense by 5% and grants the user a unique force strike that has 3 increasingly powerful charge levels. Movement is possible while charging, and using Sparrow Splash grants the user the Seaside Spirit effect. When this effect is active, the user's next force strike will inflict poison. This effect cannot stack and will be consumed on use. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty heavy poison inflictor, but it's also going to be using a lot of force strikes, so Grace is going to be part of her kit too. She's got paralysis res, but the biggest thing is this: poison, edge, and anti-poison equals strength 2. So here's what it does: increases the chance of inflicting poison by 60% when the user's HP is 50% or above. Now here's where the anti-poison comes in. And it increases the user's strength by 15% for 10 seconds every time the user tries to inflict poison on a foe, and the affliction is resisted. After activating this ability, will activate again for 5 seconds. This is actually beneficial because, truth be told, a lot of units can poison in shadow, and you can literally hit the max and enemies can start resisting poison kind of easily. So that's the one thing. But with this, it gives her some use, because if she doesn't do it, then she gets a strength boost. So yeah, that's the big upside. And unfortunately, the most it could go up to is 30% strength between the two, because you can only hold it for 5 seconds, because there's a 5-second cooldown before you can use it again, and it's only for 10 seconds. So yeah. Now here's the other thing: Summer Mikoto. He is a light bow unit. Oh, and Summer Patia is a shadow axe. So yeah, but Summer Mikoto is a light bow unit. Mikoto has found a slick swimsuit that helps him surf the waves. He continues to search for his beloved cat, Minucci, I think it was. Minucci, a journey that takes him to a beach said to have wave-riding felines. He's also taken up a boat to land fish for cat friends. So his first skill is called Radiant Bolt, and it's a shareable skill. And it's another 7, so this is probably going to be a high damaging one, especially after you read this effect. It deals light damage to the targeted nearby enemies and inflicts paralysis. When the user has the illuminating sunlight and celestial wavelight effects, the sun and sea ability will make the skill deal more damage and deal extra damage to paralyzed foes. So that's going to be interesting. Then there's magnanimity's call. These are kind of actually confusing names. It increases the user's strength by 20% for 30 seconds. I'm kind of worried because I think this is going to be a high cost scale, but that's a big boost. It lasts a while. And when the user has the illuminating sunlight and celestial wavelight effects, the Sun and Sea ability will make this skill also increase the user's crit rate by 20% for 30 seconds and add 15% to the modifier applied to critical damage for 30 seconds. That sounds really interesting. And if you're wondering about the celestial wavelight and illuminating sunlight, as well as, well, we'll get that when we get to Sun and Sea ability. He has skill haste like all bows, and his Chainco ability is paralysis. He could use a shadow res plus 8%, but his abilities, listen to this one. So first up we have Send and C2. Increases defense by 5%, grants the user a unique force strike, and grants the user the sunlight effect for 12 seconds at the start of quests. Using a force strike while the user has the sunlight effect grants the user the illuminating sunlight effect, which will not stack. After the sunlight effect ends, the user will be granted the wavelight effect for 12 seconds. Using a force strike while the user has the wavelight effect grants the user the celestial wavelight effect, which will not stack. After the wavelight effect ends, the user will be granted the sunlight effect for 12 seconds again, so it constantly switches between the two. If the user has both the illuminating sunlight and celestial wavelight effects, the radiant bolt and magnanity's call skill will be powered up. Using either powered up skill will consume both the illuminating sunlight and celestial wavelight effects. Sunlight and wavelight are not extended by buff time abilities. So here's what I'm thinking. And I'm actually glad about that buff time thing because it's you don't want it to last long. But here's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that you can get the wavelight effect, the celestial wavelight, and illuminating sunlight effect more than once. If you consume after you consume them the first time, like let's say you get the illuminating sunlight, then you get the celestial wavelight. You use a skill, and then you do a force strike again and get celestial wavelight again. I'm hoping that's the case because if that does, then we can chain. Then it'll be easier because. The way that I'm looking at it, and I'm hoping, because these skills are 30 seconds long, so what I'm thinking is going to happen, and if we add buff time into that, which I hope for, let's just say 30 times, let's just say we get, take, what's her name again? Wait, let's say what's her name? What's his name again? Tobias. So 36 seconds it would be. So the way that I see it is if Tobias is thing, it will make it 36 seconds. So the way that I see it is you might be able to get, if you use Tobias, you could possibly get 2 skills off it. The way that I'm seeing it is that you might be able to get two. Normally, I'm looking at this is you use Magnanity's Call and then you use Radiant Bolt, powered up Radiant Bolt, like powered up Magnanity's Call and then powered up Radiant Bolt twice before you use another powered up Magnanity's Call. But if you don't, then what I'm thinking is, but if you use Tobias in there, you might be able to get 3 off of them before you have to make another Magnanity's Call. Mind you, that will probably run out the thing, but we'll have to see with that. But I'm looking forward to him. Now, he also has Curse Res plus 100%, and Paralyzed Shredder 2, which increases the critical rate by 20% and adds 15 to the modifier applied to critical damage against paralyzed enemies. Sorry, I need to move some stuff. So that's also good. So it seems like he's going to be a paralysis punisher. A really good unit for that. So guess bring some power. Make sure you're paralyzing constantly. Now, now the thing is, this is why this is called Gala Remix. Gala is because there's no new Gala unit. It's old ones. First, we have Gala Cleo is the Adventurer, which I've been talking. I don't know if you talked about this, but yes, I still don't have Gala Cleo. I've been wanting to get Gala Cleo for the longest time. So yeah, I'm hoping I get it this time. And then there's Gallimars, which I've already have, and Gallimars is busted. So yeah, if the, I so if you my personal opinion on if you want to summon for this banner, yes and no. If you already have a maxed out Gala Mars and if you already have a Gala Cleona Gala Mars, then it's probably better to save for this. I mean, you can go for a Summer Mikoto and Summer Patia, but I don't think. But I'm pretty sure those ones are permanent because, uh, yeah, they will also appear in the next Summon Showcase. But if I had to say, but if you but truth be told, I'm summoning for her. Like I know, I'm pretty sure Liv and Log is probably gonna summon it just to try to get Keller Mars. Uh oh yeah. By the way, they kind of did say about this, but due to COVID-19 prevention measures, the English voice for Summer Patia will be implemented at a later date. We will temporarily add the Japanese voice to the English version of the game. Thank you for the patience. Please enjoy the Japanese voice in the meantime. Yeah, they can't get the English voice actor for Summer Patia. They can't get the English voice actor for Patia to do lines for the Summer Patia. But honestly, Summer Makoto and Summer Patia look to be good units, so we'll see. They're going to be in the next banner no matter what. But yeah, I've actually saved up a little bit. I'm hoping I get at least Gala Cleo. I'm summoning for Gala Cleo. I know Living Like Clock is probably going to summon just to get Gala, Gala Mars because he constantly goes on about his videos about how he missed out, and how it was a mistake that he wished he summoned more. Now he has that chance. He's going to summon until he gets him. Because Gala Mars makes such a huge difference in the game. If you want to know how busted he is, I mean, I've already talked about how busted he is in my Dragalia Dragon tier list, but to give even more incentive, people think that Marth is now S plus tier along the lines of Gala Cleo and Gala Alex and it's kind of contributed to Mars. It's a little bit because not only does Marth have a really good ability, but with Gala Mars, well, let's just say this. I'm gonna say this right now. Gala Mars with like Gala Mars with Marth is it makes the game easy. It makes the entire it makes any frame cut he makes any frame content easy mode. In fact, while you in fact most of the time when I go on HUD to face expert folk or expert and master folk most of the times it's not uncommon to see 3 bars, possibly sometimes 4 even, and it's because that's how at least and they would have Galamars, and that's how broken those two combinations are. It's like it's ridiculous. So yeah, honest truth, if you don't have Gala Cleo or Galamars, go for this banner. Otherwise, I would wait. I mean, yes, you get boosted Summer Mikoto. You get a boosted chance of getting Summer Mikoto and Summer Patia, but who knows? But they're going to be in the next Summon Showcase, but we don't know if they're going to be boosted or not. But this most recent one, the most recent one we have that's still going on, I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure has um, one of the new units that we got in the most recent Gala, which was let's see, what was it? I think it was, yeah, Catherine. Catherine, I'm pretty sure is boosted right now in the most recent in the newest water banner. But other than that, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, click the like button and leave a comment down below. I should spread this video around. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and click the notification bell so you can get updates on my video. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video where I'm going to be pulling for this. So, bye.